Hey guys, it's Stargirl.thepracticalwitch. I'm back with another spell video. This one is how to cast a spell on yourself to change your appearance. So yes, we will be working with a mirror. I know a lot of us do not like them because they are portals, but they come in handy when you're doing your makeup and you're casting a spell on yourself. So if you want to cast a spell on yourself, go sit near a mirror and let's get started. I want to reiterate that magic is not like in the movies. I will never be able to look in the mirror and say, I now look like Beyonce. I wish, but that's never gonna happen. What you need to do instead is use magic to be the best, most attractive version of yourself. You will never look like someone else. If your goal is to look like someone else, either you're going to spend a lot of plastic surgery and you're gonna look like a clown. Disclaimer, not saying people who do plastic surgery are clowns at all. I'm just talking about the lady who got plastic surgery to look like Angelina Jolie. I mean, come on, no one thinks that looked right. Instead, try to be the most attractive, best version of yourself. Accept yourself, love yourself, realize that this is the show you were given. Nobody is ugly. If you are the best, most attractive version of yourself, there is no way for you to be ugly. If you become this and use these spells, no one else will think you're ugly either. Your best, most attractive version of yourself is whatever you feel like it is. No one can tell you what it is. Do not hold yourself to the media's standard of beauty. Let me tell you, all of those Instagram models, they are beautiful, but I promise they do not look the way they do in photos. Same thing with models. There's a lot of Photoshop involved, there's a lot of filter involved, there's a lot of things involved that when you look at them in real life, they are nothing like how they look on the internet. Even though they're beautiful, do not compare yourself to them. Do not compare yourself to someone else's standard of beauty. That will never work for you. If you try to be someone else, you will always fail. Instead, embrace who you are and be the most attractive version of who you are. The most attractive, best version of yourself is someone who's confident, someone who takes care of themselves, and someone who holds themselves high. If you think the best, most attractive version of yourself is to lose weight, then by all means, use the spell to lose weight. If you think the best, most attractive version of yourself is someone who's a little thicker, then by all means, use the spell to gain weight. If you think the best, most attractive version of yourself wears like dramatic makeup, wear that dramatic makeup. If you're someone who thinks the best version of yourself doesn't need any makeup, then don't use a spell not to. No one can tell you what the best, most attractive version of yourself is. Only you know what that is. And once you figure out what that is, you can get started on the spell, and I promise within a month, at most, you will see this working. Let's get started on the spell. Like I always say, thoughts are vibrations, words are vibrations, spells are focusing your intention and focusing your energy onto that intention. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna look into the mirror. You know all those little things you like to nitpick about yourself that you think are flaws? Yeah, think about those. When you look in the mirror, point out every flaw that you don't like about yourself. Identify them. Once you are finished identifying them, I want you to say and think the opposite of that. For example, let's say you're insecure because your eyes are too small. You're gonna look in the mirror and say, my eyes are bright, big, and huge, and beautiful. It doesn't matter if you don't believe it. I know you're not going to believe it at first. It's understandable considering you probably spent most of your life nitpicking that same thing and telling yourself the opposite. But when you're doing that, you are putting your vibrations and your intentions onto what you want, as opposed to putting your vibrations and intentions into what you don't want. When you look in the mirror and you think, I hate this about myself, you know what you're doing? You're putting a curse on yourself. Why? Because curses and spells are just focused energy onto your intention. And when you focus on everything you don't like about yourself, you are focusing your energy and intention onto the very thing you don't want. Let's say you're insecure about your legs. You're gonna look in the mirror and say, my legs are long, beautiful, fit, they're hot, I love them. When you do that, you are putting your thoughts and your intention onto what you want. Therefore, the universe will grant it to you. Do you understand what I mean? As opposed to looking at the mirror and saying, oh, my legs are so fat. What you're doing is you're putting those vibrations and intentions into fat thighs or whatever insecurity you have about your thighs, and you are making that happen. You can either put a blessing or a curse on yourself. It's your decision. As always, you always want to speak like it's already happening. Like, my legs are great. My eyes are huge, even if you don't believe it. Why? Because the universe and spells does not understand the human construct of time. Time is happening all at once. This is why you always speak in present tense in order for your spells to work. Your reality is your perception. Let me give you an example. I'm going to pin a comment down below of blue and red dots. Then I want you to scroll through them as fast as you can. What color do you see? Exactly. Reality is malleable. If you want other people to see you as attractive, you have to perceive yourself as attractive. You tell people how to perceive you. They don't tell you. You are the creator and master of your own universe. If you want people to see you as attractive, you have to keep putting these spells, these blessings on yourself in the mirror every day until you believe it, so that other people will start to perceive you like that as well. If you think you are ugly, and that is the perception of yourself, you are letting out those vibrations with your thoughts, and other people pick it up because we're all spiritual beings. All of us pick up vibrations, and they'll pick up that vibration and believe you are unattractive. It doesn't matter what the standard of beauty is. I promise that if you become the best version of yourself, the most attractive version of yourself, and don't try to be anyone else, other people will view you as attractive. Not only is this magic, there is science and psychology to back this up. How do you trick your conscious self into becoming your better self? By tricking your subconscious brain. If you cast these spells on yourself every day by looking in the mirror and telling yourself positive affirmations, if you're putting those spells, those vibrations onto yourself of positive things, saying that you're attractive, your subconscious brain after a while will start to believe it. And when your subconscious brain believes it, your conscious brain will start acting like it. So if you want to lose weight, for example, if you look at yourself every day in the mirror and say, I'm at my healthiest weight, I have a fit body, after a while, your subconscious will really believe this. So your conscious brain will act accordingly, and all of a sudden you'll find yourself working out, treating your body right, eating the right things. So not only is this magic, this is psychology. No one is ugly. People are just not being the best version of themselves because of insecurities, and because a lot of us are putting curses on ourselves when we point out our flaws instead of pointing out how amazing we are and putting blessings of ourselves. I'm not saying you should be a narcissist. All I'm saying is have a healthy view of yourself. View yourself as attractive, and you will put off the energy so that other people will view you as such. Get rid of these preconceived notions that you are ugly and that you do not measure up. It is doing nothing but putting a curse on yourself. When you get used to doing that every day, start to imagine what your best self will look like when you look in the mirror. Almost just picture what it's like if you had everything that you wanted, if you looked the way you did while still being yourself, or you looked the best way you can while still being yourself. When you picture it and you use your mind's eye and your imagination and you let yourself feel it and be like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm great, what you're doing is you're putting more vibrations into the spell. So the more you believe it, the more you picture it, the more you let yourself get lost in the fantasy, the more powerful your spell. This is why kids are so powerful and so connected to the other side. Their imaginations are so vivid. I mean, look back to when you were a kid, how you were easily able to play pretend. If you want this to work for you, go back into that childlike mindset, like everything is possible, and imagine exactly what it is you want and play pretend with yourself in the mirror until you become the best, most attractive version of yourself. This normally takes me a month at the most to see results. I promise if you do this every day and you cast spells on yourself in this manner, in a month, at most, you will see more people checking you out. You will see more people being interested in you. You will feel better about yourself. Remember, confidence is sexy. Self-reassurance is sexy. Being insecure, being doubtful of yourself, other people are going to be doubtful of you. So be confident, be the best version of yourself, and I really hope this spell works for you guys, and it was a pleasure. I'll see you guys later.